Welcome back to the MZ Mechanic channel, everyone. Today we're plunging into the thrilling world of clueless and dangerous drivers. Join us as we dissect and decode the chaos on the road. Let's start. This black car lost control on the highway and flipped upside down right in the middle of the road. Not long after, a drowsy truck driver came along and decided to use the car as an alarm clock. That white car got its gas pedal stuck, and the owner couldn't regain control to stop it. Seriously, all they needed to do was shift into neutral to put a halt to the chaos. It's like watching a game of who can panic the most next time. Just remember, N is your friend. This new electric car is probably in self-driving mode, but with the heavy rain blocking almost all visibility, it clearly didn't think to slow down. It barreled right through the median into oncoming traffic, definitely not the kind of autopilot we had in mind. Why on earth does this dangerous road have no guardrails? That wedding car never made it to pick up the bride that day? This concrete mixer was irresistibly drawn to that dome made entirely of pipes, as if it were a moth to a flame. The black car suddenly realized it had reached its exit and slammed to a halt, catching the truck right behind it off guard. Luckily, the red truck behind managed to swerve just in time, avoiding a messy situation. This road is way too narrow and treacherous for those two trucks to pass each other without a showdown. It's like trying to fit a sumo wrestler through a tiny door someone's bound to get stuck. Why did that car suddenly swerve left and reverse so decisively? That silver car up ahead clearly needs to enroll in a basic highway driving course. It's like it's playing how not to merge on repeat. Someone get this driver a manual. The owner of this truck had the quick thinking to detach the cab from the burning cargo. Talk about a smart move. It's like pulling off a daring rescue mission. The exhaust of that crane unleashed a powerful blast, sending that poor black electric car flying like a leaf in the wind. When you're on the road, one key thing to remember is to avoid driving too close to those big trucks. They've got a ton of blind spots, and the only one who's going to get hurt is you. That white car must have had a driver who dozed off inside, inching too close to the truck in front. When they finally jolted awake, they swerved out of control like a startled cat. At an intersection, a white delivery truck casually parked by the roadside when suddenly a gray car came barreling in from the front. The gray car, struggling with visibility thanks to the white truck, made a last-minute turn just as it rounded the corner. Out of nowhere, a bulldozer from behind sped in. When the gray car finally spotted the white truck, it swerved into a parking lot to avoid a collision. But with the truck moving too fast, it slammed right between the two vehicles. In the end, those white cargo boxes took the hit and slid a bit before coming to a stop. So remember, folks, when driving through intersections, watch your speed and keep it safe out there. In a chaotic chain reaction, a container truck, either unable to brake in time or with a malfunctioning braking system, caused a pileup involving a whopping 7 vehicles. When faced with a situation like this, we should all hit the brakes and slow down together. That red car just decided to take a little detour into oncoming traffic, and the hilarious part is that the cars behind almost followed suit. It's like a game of follow the leader. That must have been a pretty intense collision, as the entire engine of this car ended up tumbling right onto the road. It's like the car decided to shed a few pounds. This truck lost control and careened off the guardrail on that elevated road about 30 meters up, turning its cabin into what looks like a crumpled soda can. Talk about a rough ride. This truck loaded with pipes took a dramatic tumble off the road from about 10 meters up, flipping upside down and landing right on the pavement below. Talk about a wild ride now, that's what I call a pipe dream gone wrong. Maybe those 2 3-wheeled vehicles were in a fierce competition for a job, so they decided to duke it out on the road. After colliding with a parked car, they still refused to back down from their squabble. It's like watching a reality show where no one knows when to call it quits. This truck is hauling thousands of bottles stacked so closely together that it clearly forgot to account for the space needed when turning. Get ready for a wild ride as we dive into a compilation of the hilariously chaotic moments featuring those mini farming tractors. These little machines have a knack for losing control in the most unexpected and amusing ways. From wobbling down the road like they've had one too many cups of coffee, to getting themselves into sticky situations that leave us in stitches, you won't want to miss this. So sit back, relax, and prepare to laugh as we showcase these mini tractors in action. It's the perfect way to unwind and shake off the stress of a long workday, because sometimes you just need a good dose of farm fresh hilarity. Enjoy the show. This red excavator, in its heroic attempt to pull the yellow excavator out of the ditch, almost tumbled down the opposite side itself. Luckily, the cable between the two saved the day. These excavators are designed with arms stretching up to a whopping 80 meters, all thanks to the unique demands of their work environment. It's like they've been hitting the gym for those serious reach goals. This excavator is quite the powerhouse, effortlessly lifting that wheel loader out of the ditch like it's just another day at the office. I mean, who needs a gym when you can flex your muscles on the job site? It's like watching a superhero save their sidekick complete with dramatic music and all. If this keeps up, I half expect it to don a cape and start calling itself the Excavator Avenger. This excavator is bravely attempting to climb straight up out of that dirt hole, like a rock climber on an extreme adventure. Only an excavator could pull off such a stunt, thanks to its incredibly flexible arm. It's almost like watching a giant mechanical acrobat showing off its moves. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you don't forget to like. And if you subscribe to my channel, we will definitely appreciate it. See you next time.